Insurer Chubb says it will stop underwriting NRA insurance for gun owners. Insurer Chubb Limited on Friday said it will stop underwriting a National Rifle Association branded insurance policy for gun owners. Chubb gave notice 3 months ago of its plan to stop participating in the NRA insurance program known as the NRA Carry Guard, a Chubb spokesman said. So, good. I don't think the NRA has any business being in the insurance game to begin with. And I don't like the fact that you can even, you know what? If you can get gun insurance, you know what else we need? We also need to have registrations that need to be renewed every year. We also need to have mandatory classes. We need to have mandatory training. When you get driver's insurance after you get a license, right? And how do you get a license? You go through a training period. I know it's different in the States, but when I was growing up, the way it was for me, I had to have my learner's permit for 6 months. I had to go through training. I got a discount on my insurance because I took driver's ed, and I had to take my test, which I failed the first time, but passed the second time. So that's why it should be the same thing. Yeah, I mean, I've already talked about what I want to see as far as guns go. Like I've already talked about, and I kind of favor a mix between what Australia does and what Switzerland does. I think we need regulations and limitations on ammo. Regulations, and I mean, I think the type of weapon you can have needs to be greatly regulated. These assault rifles need to go. These automatic needs to go. The bump stocks need to go, which even the Trump administration favors that even. Ban bump stocks, ban magazines, ban sales at gun shows, ban all that stuff. All that stuff needs to go yesterday. You need to have it heavily... and I think you need to have a mental health screening required. And I think you also need to have reference letters. I do strongly believe in that. And the reference letter needs to come from an employer or a family member or a close friend. A background check needs to be done on them to make sure that they are who they say they are. If you can't come up with those reference letters, you don't get a gun. Period. That sounds unreasonable, Ron. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. People that go out hunting, people that, have something in their house for protection in case, there's no reason why those types of folks, responsible gun owners, however you want to phrase it, there's no reason why they wouldn't still be able to have their gun. I technically am a gun owner. Did you guys see there's an episode of Political Vigilante where I am, Graham Elwood is going off on gun owners, and then I tell him, because it actually is true, but also because the timing was just, I had to do it. I told him that I am, in fact, a gun owner. Here's how I'm a gun owner. For anybody that's not seen that video, my grandfather was really into guns. When he died, a gun was what he left me. He left me a gun. I've never seen the gun. Like, I've never even seen it. It's in my parents' attic. Along with my Mr. Rogers sweaters. But technically it is my gun. So I can say I'm a gun owner. Which I think is funny. I know some people, they're going to be like, oh my God, Ron Placone's a gun owner. It's like, yeah, but listen to the story. It's kind of funny. I did nothing to own the gun. I mean, there's no, like, other than be born. That was all, like, but he left me this gun. And my parents are like, yeah, grandfather, he left you a gun. I was like, all right. So what do I do? They're like, well, I mean, it's in the attic. I guess if you want it, you can have it. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'd do with it. And I was like, should I get it? And my girlfriend at the time was like, I do not want a gun in our house. And I was like, okay, then we shouldn't have it. Like, let's not do that then. And I've never picked it up. So it's in Pennsylvania. So if an intruder breaks in, I need to say to them, you know what? Second Amendment, I have the right to defend myself. So if you hold tight, I got to get on a plane. I got to travel 3,000 miles. I got to drive back because I can't bring that gun on the plane. But, if you'll just hold tight, give me like 3 or 4 days, and then we'll do this again, and I'll defend myself with a gun that I'm pretty sure has no bullets in it. I've never seen before and have no clue how to use. And that's my right as an American. Someday I'll see it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe my name's on it. There's a little name tag. It says Ron. Like, this is Ron's gun. It's in crayon. Maybe he had me sign it when I was a kid and I don't remember. Hold on, intruder person. I got to go to my parents' attic. I know I live in Los Angeles. They live in Pittsburgh. But, you know, give me a second. This is Second Amendment. So, yeah, anyway. Sorry, I went off on a thing there. So that's good. Anything that is against the NRA, I am for. Because I think the NRA is a disgusting organization. And by the way, there's gun owners that agree with me. There are gun magazines that are anti-NRA publications. These are gun owners that are against what the NRA does. They think that the NRA paints gun ownership in a negative light. They think that the NRA is a disgusting propaganda organization. They think that the NRA is prohibiting common sense gun policy from being a reality in this country. There are gun owners that feel that way. Well, technically, I'm one of them. I'm not including myself because I am not really a gun owner. I mean, technically, by definition, I am, but like, I'm not. Like, so you know what I mean? But there are gun owners that feel that way. And I think some of them are folks that watch this show. But I've talked to some. There are left-wing gun magazines. Did you guys know that? Like that's actually a thing that exists. I've met people like they have like left-wing because they're like, we're gun owners too. So anyway, my point is that, you know, the NRA is a disgusting organization.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip from Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. What does that mean? That means I log on to a stream and people tweet me articles over on Twitter at Ron Placone, or they use our Reddit subsection, which is just Get Your News On with Ron over on Reddit. And that's how we build the show. I'm seeing all these articles for the first time. We are literally getting our news on together. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone so you can participate. And this show streams live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please do tune in. If you want to support this show, you can do so over on patreon.com/Ron Placone, where for as low as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts every week, exclusive videos, free tickets to shows when I'm performing in your town, and more for as low as $1 a month. Please do consider it. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Get Your News On with Ron.